Hi everyone, welcome. Tammy Hooper here, and guess what today is? It is Fun Fact Friday. Last week I posted that every other Friday I am going to post some fun facts about myself, just in an effort for my friends on Facebook to get to know me better. And I posted last week asking for what are some of the things that you would like to know about me. And one of the things that one of my friends posted is that they wanted to know what my favorite dessert is. So I have all of this food here, and I'm going to talk about that today. So hopefully you can get on board, and I'll talk about some of your favorite desserts too. So first thing I think is important to know is that I love to eat. Like, eating and food is like one of my favorite pastimes. Hopefully my trainer is not listening or watching, but I'm sure he is. Hi, Bobo. So eating is one of my favorite things, so I have to train and work out just so that I can eat good. But dessert is not really one of my favorites. I don't really look forward to like a cheat day so that I can eat dessert. I prefer salty over sweet, so crunchy, salty snacks are like my jam, like that's what I love. But the question wasn't that. The question was, what is my favorite dessert? So there are a couple of desserts that I love. So first and foremost, of course, again, I would never choose dessert over another option that would be like a salty snack. However, I would say that my number one favorite dessert is Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. So I'm going to put this up here where y'all can see this. Oh my gosh. So this is the cherry Ghirardelli chocolate cheesecake, and it is amazing. I don't know if you've ever had it before, but from Cheesecake Factory. And so when I go to Cheesecake Factory, if I am going to have dessert, then this is the cheesecake that I order. I've had the caramel, the salty caramel. I've had the birthday cake. I've had the plain. I've had the strawberry. Like, I've had so many of their cheesecakes, and I have decided that this cherry one is my favorite. So it has chocolate. It has a chocolate crust on the bottom. It has cherries in it, so you do get some cherries, and it has cherry flavor, obviously. And then it's got little chocolate chips sprinkled on the top with some whipped cream. So I'm going to take a bite of this. Now, I've got a lot of desserts here that I'm going to talk to y'all about, but I cannot wait to eat this. It is so good. If you haven't had this, make your way over to Cheesecake Factory and get some. So this would be like my number one favorite. And I love all kinds of cheesecake. Cheesecake is my favorite. I will say my number two favorite dessert would be a brownie. A chocolate brownie. I don't like anything extra in it. No nuts, no M&Ms, like nothing like that. Just plain chocolate brownie. But I do like it to have like the chocolate icing on the top. So I have this chocolate brownie here. I'm going to take a bite of it just because it's my second favorite dessert to eat. It's so good. So if anybody wants to bake me brownies, I certainly would not turn that down or say no to that at all. Now, my third favorite, and the reason why I'm kind of ranking these for you is because I like variety. I like variety in all my food. So I'm more of like a tapas eater. So I would much rather have like a small portion of something so that I can have a variety. So if I go to a restaurant and they have like a sampler of desserts, I would order that instead of like a whole piece of cheesecake or a whole brownie, just because I like a little bit of variety, and I like a lot of variety in a lot of things in my life. So my third favorite, I would say, would be, I'm going to put these maybe as my third favorite. So when you see this box, I know you know what it is. This is Insomnia Cookies. And I love the gluten-free chocolate chip cookies from Insomnia. They are amazing. Now, I don't have to have gluten-free. I don't have a gluten allergy of any sort. But I went to Insomnia to get cookies, and I have been eating Insomnia cookies for a couple of years now. And every time I go downtown Greenville and I have dinner down there, and I'm already downtown, you know, we don't have a Cheesecake Factory downtown, but we do have Insomnia. So usually what I will do is I won't order dessert at the restaurant, and then I will get on my phone, on my Insomnia cookie app, and I will order, or on their website, and I will order my cookies, and then I'll swing by and pick up Insomnia cookies for my dessert. So those of you who don't know, you know, sometimes you'll go down to Insomnia Cookie at night and the line is like from the register all the way through the door and kind of around the building. If you go to their website and order, you don't have to wait in line. You just go straight to the front of the line and pick up your order. So that's what I like to do, and I always order a 6-pack so that, sometimes I order 12, so that I have a good supply and I don't have to go back downtown to get cookies, since that's the only place you can get Insomnia in town. But the cookies are delicious. But anyway, I got the gluten-free because I was ordering them for a friend of mine. Look at these cookies. Yum. I just picked these up, so they are nice and fresh. So I ordered them for a friend of mine because they have a gluten allergy. And I'd ordered these cookies and I was going to take it to them, and something happened at work and I just couldn't make it. I think actually they were out of the office. They had a meeting or something. I was going to bring them, and I was like, well, I guess I have to eat them since I'm not going to see them today. And I did, and they were the best. I love them better than the regular chocolate chip cookies. The gluten-free are so much better. So if you love cookies and you haven't tried Insomnia, you should definitely give Insomnia cookies a try. They are so good. Now, I'll say my fourth favorite dessert that I would choose, it's hard not to eat these cookies, would be cream cheese icing. So I have this cupcake. It looks so good, doesn't it? This is a red velvet cupcake. I don't really care about the cupcake. I don't want the cupcake. I'm in it for the icing. The icing is what I'm looking for. So I don't really care what kind of cupcake I get because I'm not going to eat the cupcake. I'm going to eat the icing off of it. Cream cheese icing is like amazing. I don't know how many people out there love cream cheese, but you know, buttercream is kind of a thing too, and lots of folks love buttercream, but I'm not in it for the buttercream. I love cream cheese icing. So I eat the icing and I don't eat the cupcake. It's so good. And I don't know about y'all, but I think Publix has a really, really good cream cheese icing. So when I get an opportunity to have a cupcake from Publix, so good. Now, we have a lot of really great bakeries in our area here in Greenville, and they have awesome cupcakes at a lot of those bakeries with cream cheese icing too, just as good. But when you just need a quick fix, it's easy to go by Publix and get their cream cheese icing. Now, so I would be interested to hear from y'all, like once this is out there and you've had a chance to watch my video, like what are some of your favorite desserts? Like, is there anything that I have here tonight that's also on your list? Because I want to know of my Facebook friends, like who can I call and be like, ooh, let's go to Cheesecake Factory and get some cheesecake, or hey, I'm going down to Insomnia to get some cookies, meet me down there. I want to hear from you, like what your favorites are. Now, I've talked about 1, 2, 3, 4, my top 4 favorites. So now let's talk about number 5. So number 5 is going to be donuts, but Krispy Kreme donuts. So I know. Some people love Krispy Kreme. Some people love Dunkin' Donuts. I am definitely a Krispy Kreme girl. Not so much into Dunkin' just because their donuts are a little bit too cakey for me. And as you can see, I'm not really into the cake. But my 2 favorite flavors are just the plain glazed. And these were hot and fresh when I got them. And then I love the lemon filled. Those are my two favorites. So if I have an opportunity to take a glazed or a lemon filled, I'm all about it. Anything else really, I could pass. Those are my top favorite desserts. Any other dessert that I see out there, I will go, I could pass it up. I could not go for it because, again, I'm not a sugar person. I'm not into desserts. I would rather have a salty treat. Now, I do want to mention that I do love ice cream too. And I would probably put ice cream like right up there with my cheesecake, because there's so many different kinds of ice cream that you can get, and I'm all about variety. So I would say my favorite ice cream, well, my favorite ice cream place to get ice cream from is Marble Slab. Like, if I'm going to go out and I'm going to get ice cream, I want to go to Marble Slab because I just love putting stuff in my ice cream. As much stuff as I can. You see, I love variety, right? So as you can imagine, I would want a variety of different flavors in my ice cream. So one of my favorites is I love to put waffle cone in my ice cream. And so Ben & Jerry's has one that's called the American Dream. I don't know who is like a Ben & Jerry's fan. I don't really eat a lot of their other kinds of ice creams, but I do love American Dream because it does have waffle cone in it. And I love fudge or brownies in my ice cream. I could, when you say what kind of ice cream flavor do you like vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry? I could have any of those flavors because I think any kind of ice cream is good. There's really only one kind of ice cream I won't eat, and that's anything coffee flavored. And I'm just not a coffee drinker. I'm not into coffee. Look at all the stuff y'all are learning about me, right? I'm not into coffee, so if it's a coffee flavor in an ice cream, I'll pass on that. So I know when you ask the question, what is your favorite dessert? You weren't expecting all of this, right? It's supposed to be a simple question, but I'm not a simple girl. So if you're thinking about maybe having dessert with me or sharing a dessert with me, any of these could be on my list. So I want to hear from you. What are some of your favorite desserts? What do you love? And every other Friday, I'm going to post fun facts about myself. So if you have questions for me, or there's something you want to see me do, or you want to talk to me about, or you want to see me talk about, post it in the comments below, and we'll pick it up and we'll put it in one of our videos. Now, another dessert that I love is pudding. Now, I know pudding is like, comes in different kind of flavors. But when you get to a certain age, kind of pudding starts becoming something that you love to eat, right? I think I'm there. So I would probably do pretty good in the old folks home because I love pudding. So what I have here is banana pudding. So, you know, it's not just pudding. It's got cookies in it, you know, how we do banana pudding here in the South with bananas and cookies. So good. Thanksgiving's coming up. I know y'all are going to be eating banana pudding at Thanksgiving. And I'm sure like you have your favorites of how your mama makes it and things that you love in your banana pudding. But I like mine just kind of basic. Bananas, pudding, and cookies. That's it. I also love chocolate pudding. I love vanilla pudding. I do not like rice pudding. I do not like tapioca pudding. I won't eat any of those. Those I could say no to. And speaking of desserts that I don't like, I have a list. So I started thinking, you know, I'm just really not into desserts. Like, it's not really my thing. And I was trying to figure out, like, why. Like, everybody loves sugar and sweet food, and I just don't. I don't eat a lot of sugar. I just don't like it. I don't crave it. I don't want it. But I did make a list of desserts I don't like. And maybe I just ate too many of these desserts, and I'm kind of off of desserts. But candy apples, #1 dessert, I despise. And the reason I don't like them is not because they don't taste good, but because they are so messy to eat. Like having to eat a candy apple is like you're trying to bite it and you're getting caramel all over your teeth and peanuts are like going all over the front of your shirt, and you know, you've got this stick in your hand and you're like, wait, this doesn't work. So I need a fork, I need a knife. Now I got to sit down and eat it. I mean, as you're looking here, I like to just kind of eat mine out of the package or throw it on a paper plate. No, candy apples are too much. So I'm totally not into those. So that was on my top of my list of desserts I do not love. Cinnamon buns. Oh, I know I'm going to get hate for this. So many people love cinnamon buns. And I love, love, love to smell a cinnamon bun. It smells so good. You go into the mall and you walk by Cinnabon and it smells so amazing. Or you get those Pillsbury cinnamon buns and cook them in your house. Like, I would do that instead of bake cookies like at an open house because they smell so good, which I've done, by the way. I've cooked those cinnamon buns, make it smell good in the house, but I just can't. I don't like that stuff that you put on top, the icing is so sweet. It doesn't sit well with me. I don't like it. Also, do not love coconut. Coconut is not my thing. It is like, I don't know. It's like once you eat coconut, it's in your teeth. You're eating it the rest of the day. So I'm not in for the coconut. Fruitcake, not about that. I'm all about being thankful for gifts and people want to, you know, give me a gift. I love it because gift giving is my love language, just so everyone knows. But fruitcake, not a gift that I want to receive if I were going to choose a gift. Marshmallows. I cannot eat marshmallows. And it has everything to do with the taste of a marshmallow and how sweet a marshmallow is. It's just so sweet. You know, they have those big, giant, like, jet marshmallows that are huge. Not a fan. Now, those marshmallows in the cereal, so I consider cereal candy. Like, some of you don't, but I do. I consider cereal a dessert. But those marshmallows that come in Lucky Charms, now those are pretty tasty marshmallows, but I don't think those are real marshmallows. Real marshmallows, can't eat that. Those are not good. And then my one rule with flavors is raspberry. I cannot eat raspberry. I do not like anything that tastes like raspberry. I don't even like a real raspberry. Like, no raspberry flavors. I think I had some sort of medicine when I was a kid that tasted like supposed to be raspberry flavor, and it was so disgusting. When I eat raspberry, I think of that stuff that the dentist puts on your teeth when they're like polishing your teeth, and it has like this raspberry flavor. Oh, it is not good. So I don't like anything raspberry at all, period. So those are all my desserts I do not like. I've got all my desserts here that I love. So for my friend out there who asked the question about desserts, that my favorite dessert, you just got a mouthful, right? So I'm glad y'all joined me today, and I'm excited to hear about your favorite desserts. Y'all have a good day.